Hi, this is Harvey Elwood, and we're here on the beautiful campus of Denmark Technical College in Denmark, South Carolina. Of course, we're with the newly installed president. Introduce yourself, if you will.
Hello, my name is Dr. Christopher Hall. I am the interim president here at Denmark Technical College.
And Dr. Hall, this is your first full season, I would imagine, coming into your rightful place. What do you hope to see coming out for this upcoming year? What do you?
Well, of course, every college wants to increase the enrollment, but what I really want to do is I really want to improve the quality of our programs.
Okay. Right.
I want to make sure that when our students leave here, they can compete with every other student in the state.
Sure. Question, your background. Tell us about your background.
Well, I actually started my career in law enforcement.
Okay.
I was a corrections officer. Later, I became a trainer for the Department of Corrections at my institution.
Okay.
And that's how I got my first, desire to start teaching. And so I went back and got more training and teaching, and then at one point I decided, well, you know what, I want to do this full time.
Sure.
So I went back to school to get my master's degree in criminal justice, and when I graduated, actually Denmark Tech was the first school to give me an opportunity to teach.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, again, as I said, this is Dr. Hall. He is the interim president of Denmark Technical College. Tell us about some of the career goals, and tell us about some of the offerings here at Denmark Technical College.
Well, here we have over 30 different programs, and really when you look at all of the technical colleges, we divide into two primary areas. We have the traditional college programs, which are like for us, Associates of Arts and Associates of Science, where you would come here for 2 years and then transfer to a 4-year institution as a junior.
Okay. All right.
On the other side, we have our vocational and technical career programs like welding and building construction, mechatronics. The new thing that's really growing with us is our robotics, the mechatronics part. Is growing probably the fastest, but we also have electromechanical engineering.
Okay. Electromechanical engineering, that's a mouthful. Tell us a little bit about what that is, if you will.
Basically what electromechanical engineering does is it teaches the student how to come in and they learn how to work on different types of machines, the electrical side and the mechanical side. They learn how to tune, how to program all of the instruments and all that good stuff.
Because I know with the mechanization that goes on in modern construction today, or manufacturing, everything is mechanical. Everything is hands-on with your pushing buttons and the computer generated, and you've got to program the computer to know what it picks up. It can pick up something over here and they'll drop it over there, and and so it's really sophisticated. It's beyond my ability to describe it, but I've had a privilege to witness it.
Yes.
One of the things that we hope to do is to come back and actually go into some of those classrooms.
We could do that.
And we want to talk with some of those students. You know, of course, this is not the time of year because you guys are just doing the new enrollment.
Yes, sir.
We like to get in the classroom. We want to, because there are so many manufacturing organizations, so many corporations and organizations. Volvo is here, and all these other BMWs in the state of South Carolina. Boeing is in. They're all looking for the well-prepared individuals. That's what you guys are doing here at
That's exactly what we're doing. And you know, I always talk to people about the manufacturing that we have in this country and in this state. It's not your grandfather's factory.
Right. Okay.
All right, where you would go to work and you would leave all dirty.
Right.
You know, because you've been working in harsh conditions all day.
Grease and grime and all that stuff.
Exactly. Most of the plants these days are clean plants.
Sure.
And you have to have that mechanical aptitude to be able to, like you said, push those buttons and operate that machinery.
And that's why soft skills are also important in today's environment, because it's not that old mechanic, grease monkey look. It's more of a new, well-prepared, well-groomed individual. You don't have to necessarily wear a suit and tie, but you are to be presentable. And so that's why these soft skills that you guys are teaching also are so valuably important. Am I right?
You're right. We try to incorporate soft skills into our curriculum. You know, it goes down to basic stuff like showing up to class on time. When you show up to class on time, to make sure your clothes are neat and prepared. You know, when you have an assignment due, to make sure you have that assignment turned in on time. Those are all skills we can translate into the workplace. Because when you go to a Boeing or when you go to a Volvo and you just look at the people who work in there, it doesn't fit the old picture we had of people working in the factory.
Exactly.
You could be walking on a college campus.
And even in construction, contractors, there's millions of dollars that are coming to this state. There's a new $75 million road construction project that's about to open up right in this area.
Yes, sir.
And we have to have the young people who have to have the ability to move into those businesses, or at least move into those organizations, and be prepared. And I know that's what you guys are doing here. We've really been pushing. We at our station have been doing our best to interview and discuss and to inform the public exactly what is available and what's out there for young people. And Denmark Technical College is one of those places where they are preparing students from all over this area. Some come from Bamberg, many come from Orangeburg, Consolidated School Districts 3, 4, and 5 in particular. And they come here to Denmark Tech, where they continue their education. One of the other things that I want to applaud Denmark Tech is that some students who are non-traditional, who may have fallen by the wayside from high school, who need to be picked up. You guys are doing a lot with those students. Some of those students may have even gotten into trouble at some point in their life. You may have seen them in your other vocation.
Yes, sir.
But those people can be helped.
Yes, sir.
Can be taught, and can be acclimated to the larger society and become valuable contributors to the larger world.
I agree wholeheartedly. Everybody deserves the opportunity to get an education. You know, just because you made mistakes in your past, it doesn't mean that has to continually affect your future.
Correct.
Here at Denmark Tech, those non-traditional students that you mentioned are welcome. You know, and if it's been 10 or 15 years since that person has been in a classroom, we have programs and we have academic support put in place to help those students get the skills that they need to be successful in the regular college classroom.
And there's another thing, financial aid is also available for students who cannot afford to pay for an education.
Yes, sir.
Which is something that you guys offer as well.
Yes, sir. We have federal financial aid, state financial aid, and also a number of private funding sources for our students.
President Hall, education, our belief, is the passport to a successful life.
It really is.
And if you can help young people, the state of South Carolina, I'm not going to go beyond our borders right now. We need so much work and so much emphasis placed on the importance and value of education as it relates to social stratification, that people can find themselves up and out.
Yes.
Some of the young people that you're educating here, we hope will open their own businesses, their own manufacturing companies, their own construction companies, because that's what this is all about. It's not necessarily all going to employ you with someone else.
Yes.
A part of it is about having the wherewithal and understanding that you too can own your own business, that you too can be a manufacturer, that you can have the opportunity to go work for someone. But in the back of your mind, many of the young people, we would hope, will develop that entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes. In fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, because one of the newest programs we started here at the college is Entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And that's along with our Cybersecurity program.
Very good.
So we try, and that's one of the things that I really like about the two-year colleges. We're not like a big four-year institution where it's like a big ship and it takes them a long time to turn. Because of our size and what we do, we can respond to changes in the community at a more rapid pace.
Well, when you talked about cybersecurity, and many people are not aware of this, but Denmark Tech is one of the only in this area that was granted a major contract from the United States government to educate people in cybersecurity. And this is a primary, once upon a time, people were trained to become police officers and becoming FBI agents, security agents of other different Secret Service agents. But now, cyber security. And it's being taught right here at Denmark Technical College. You want to talk about it just really quickly?
Oh, yeah. I love talking about it. In fact, I created a cyber program because, like I told you earlier, my background is law enforcement.
Right.
And over time, crime changes.
Yes.
And now we're at the point in our society where we're so technologically advanced
Yes.
that crime is changing.
Yes.
Now we used
Credit
to
card hackers, all this frauds and all this, yes.
yeah, we used to fight against the cartels in the streets, you know, shooting and guns and things. But the cartels are getting smarter now because they're a business. You know, they can run all type of internet scams and cyber attacks on companies holding their technology, holding their computers hostage, and get a lot more money with a lot less risk.
And you know, a lot of people are not aware of the fact. I'll give you an example, or give my audience an example. Many of the contracts in the airport industry before 9/11 were held by former officers from corrections and from law enforcement with your exact same background.
Yes, sir.
And all over this nation. And so once again, cybersecurity is another one of those areas. And again, Denmark Technical College is one of those in this area. Awarded a federal contract or federal monies to provide that education.
Yes, and we have a top quality cyber program here. In fact, we have 2 students right now that are doing a summer-long internship out in California with Livermore Labs. And so those students are out there.
Livermore is connected with Google and with Microsoft.
So they're getting paid, they're learning, and at the end of the internship, there's a big hacking competition that they have against their other peers. So that's going to be a wonderful experience. But what we hope is that by the end of the internship, that they have done so well that they have job offers.
As President Hall says, Denmark Technical College is here to stay.
Yes, sir.
It's here to provide great learning on every level, every scale, as well as it is a community-based organization, it's a community-based college, and therefore it depends on you as citizens to be involved in what goes on here at the college, and not just to be a sideline observer, but to actually get involved. Do you have any opportunities for volunteerism? Can people get involved and help you guys here?
Yes, sir. In fact, I had a gentleman just yesterday. He's from the Cope area in Cordova, and he came yesterday and said that he wants to be a volunteer here on the campus, and he and I talked for about an hour, and when the students come back in the fall, he and I are going to get together and develop some program to help the young men.
Very nice.
In addition to their academic pursuits, I also want to teach our students how to be good citizens.
Yes.
So we're going to pull the young men aside and teach them things about being a man.
Sure.
You know, being a man of your word.
Sure.
How to have character and integrity and all that good stuff.
Yes.
So we have plenty opportunities for volunteers here.
Very nice. Denmark Technical College, Denmark, South Carolina. President Hall, or Interim President Hall, here to talk with us today about so many wonderful things that go on at Denmark Technical College. We applaud your efforts.
Thank you.
You were in our prayers as we pray for this entire state for its success.
And I want to thank you for taking this time to come out and everything that you've done to support the college. We really appreciate it. We are a community college.
President Hall, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank
really
you.
enjoyed talking with you.
Thank you.
And this, again, as I said, this will not be my last time here. I promise you that this will not be our last time here.
Yes, sir.
93.7 FM, the People Station, Channel 12, WOCS, also broadcasting from Denmark Technical College for you, for the public, so you can get a full bird's eye view of what goes on here at this beautiful campus. I'm signing off. Thank you very much.